guys, Melanie Gray from 4th Street Creative, and today I want to show you the top 4 branded posts that I would like to see you add to your Instagram rotation. Branded posts are great for brand recognition. They're fantastic for having your audience recognize your content, and it's great to just bring your brand front and center. So we often get lost in the Instagram parade of pretty photo after pretty photo, but if we actually are intentional with our brand posts, then what it does is it just reminds people that, oh, right, I'm a realtor, this is my brand, this is my content, remember me for when you need a realtor kind of thing. So this is how you do it. I'm going to show you 4 different ones that I absolutely adore and that I feel are very underused on Instagram. So number 1 is the logo only post. So what you're going to do is you're going to find a stock brand image. And if you don't know your brand style, head over to instastylequiz.com, take my 3-minute quiz, and it will sort you into one of the 4th Street 6. It's one of our 6 brand styles specifically for real estate. And once you know that, you'll know how to start collecting your brand images. But if you do know your brand style, then you want to select an image for your brand style. So let's say that we're modern minimal. I'm going to select this beautiful white room. It's not overly complicated, and it's going to allow my logo to shine. And yes, you guessed it, a logo only post is exactly that. It is just your logo on a backdrop, or you could even just do your brand color as a background. But then I'm going to take this logo that I created, very modern, minimal, simple. I'm going to pop it into the middle of this photo, and that is the post. Now, why would you want to do this? If you have a lot of busy posts, one after another, like busy living room, busy kitchen, photos of your kids at a picnic, and there's a lot going on, it can really make your feed look messy. So when people land on your profile, there's not a lot of breathing room. So by doing this logo only post, it just adds some breathing room to a very busy feed. And to show you an example of what that would look like finished, here it is. So you can see here that we have a example Instagram feed that I've created, very modern, minimal. All of the colors are on brand, but if we have one post after another that's busy, it can look busy. So here, right in the middle, we have a beautiful post of just your logo, and it really helps to visually separate. Now you might be thinking, yeah, but what do I talk about? Anything. This is a great opportunity to ask your audience questions, to remind them that, hey, if you're looking to buy or sell, I'm your person. And if you do not have a logo, that is not a problem, my friend. You're going to delete this entire thing and just either put your website or your handle. So if you don't even have a website yet, then you can just put at and then, oops, text box. Let me just see if this is working. Give me a second because I'm recording. Sometimes the text box doesn't always work for me. So you would just put your handle. So at Ava Jane Realtor. And that's enough there for brand recognition. So just work with what you've got where you are always. And if this is all you have right now, then that's okay. This still acts as brand recognition for you wherever you are right now in your business. So the next one I want to show you is a cover slide. So this is for when you have a listing and the listing photos don't necessarily fit the look or tone of your feed. What do you do? What do you do if you're modern minimal and you're listing a loft that is so moody vintage and all of the images that came back from the photographer are like, whoa, these are not going to fit into my feed at all. That is totally fine. This is what cover slides are for. So let's head over, let me type in loft, and I'm going to select this guy, and it's a little bit dark. It's a little bit moody. It's gonna kill my feed. That's what I'm thinking at this moment. And I'm like, what do I do? Not a problem. What you're gonna do is you're gonna pop the photo into a frame. Then you're gonna head over to the Elements tab and select a square box. You're gonna put this over your photo. And you're gonna change the color to your brand color. And then you're gonna head up to this transparency tool. And you're going to ever so slightly add transparency. And then you're going to bring up a text box, which isn't working for me because I'm recording, but hit T on your keyboard to bring up a text box. And you're going to type in the address. So 1121 Bay Street. Let's just say that. Okay, so now we have the address. We have our cover slide that is completely on brand with our brand colors. And then I'm going to grab my logo and I'm going to pop it in here for some brand recognition. And you can also put just listed if that's something that you want to do. So now we have a cover slide that fits our modern minimal feed with the background image just popping through a little bit. And now you can add a multi-image post and add all the photos that you want, because when people land on your profile, what they're going to see is just the cover slide. They're only going to see that first slide when they land on your profile, so it's going to look completely seamless. But then as they scroll through, all of the pictures are there for them to consume. So the next one are brand isms. This is one of my favorite because not only are you going to add your logo and your brand colors, but you're going to add sayings that are unique to you. So this brings so much personality into your feed. So let's choose one of your brand colors. I'm going to choose, let's keep with the gray. So I'm going to choose the gray. I'm going to bring a text box up. I'm going to copy one because the text box doesn't work when I'm recording. And then you are going to simply put a quote. And one of mine is, "Home is where the Netflix is." This is something I say all the time. And then you're going to bring up another text box and you're going to put your name, Melanie Gray. I'm going to minimize this to about 12, and I might choose a different font. Anonymous Pro. There we go. And I'm going to adjust the line height so that there's a little bit more breathing room. Remember, negative space is just as important. You want to have breathing room around all of your elements. So, for example, this, eek, I feel like I'm being strangled when I'm reading it. And then this just adds a lot of breathing room. It's far easier on the eyes. I do think that the spacing between the letters is a little bit wide for this because it's a quote. You want it to be easily readable. And I'm going to get rid of that. Okay, so here's one of my quotes, my personal quotes. And this is going to bring the personality. It's going to bring the fun. It's going to allow people to connect with what one of your quotes is, whatever it is. Like, just think about what you say all the time. And then head over to Elements and you can type in quote, and you're going to get a whole bunch of these guys, and you can pop one of those in as well. I'm going to just make it a different shade of gray just to keep it on brand. There we go. And then you guessed it, you're going to bring your logo into the mix. If you don't have a logo, that's fine. Use your handle, use your website. You do not need a logo to make these branded posts work. And you can see here, bang. So this is one of my favorite branded posts. Like I said, it's not only about your brand colors and your logo here, it's about your personality. It's who you are, and you're bringing it front and center with a post like this. You can also use these kind of text posts for things like testimonials and quotes, like other people's quotes. So you don't just need to have your own. And if you're struggling to figure out, I don't have any brandisms, I don't have any of my own quotes, I don't really know what I say, a great place to look for quotes that you say are in your writing. So if you have a blog, head over there. Check your emails to your clients. Is there something that you say all the time? One that I hear realtors say a lot is, or one of the realtors that I've worked with say a lot, is that a for sale sign is not enough to sell your home, right? And then that becomes your quote. That's what you tell people all the time. Something that you're constantly telling your clients is something that you're known for. So you can put that as your quote as well. And now we are going to go on to one that's a little bit more tricky, but one that I think is seriously underused by realtors on Instagram, and that is the brand photo. You do not need anything else but this guy to do your brand photos. That's all you need. So I want you to, even if you do not have a tripod, you're going to lay it up against a stack of books and you're going to get into a position that is completely on brand for you. So whether that's on a computer or at a coffee shop talking to a friend, aka client, you want to showcase you in your element, because this instantly makes people connect with what you do for a living. So if you're at your desk and your friend is beside you and you're talking to them, aka client, remember they're standing in for a client, you're showcasing to the world, to your audience, this is what it looks like to work with me. This is what it feels like. Look at us. We're having so much fun. I'm showing our homes on the computer and we're doing this. So brand photos are so essential, and you do not need a professional photographer if that's not in your budget. Really, guys, all you need is this. This is the only thing you need. I take my brand photos with my phone. So I'm going to head over to photos and choose a stock image. So let's say meeting. I'm just going to put meeting. Okay, so once you have your photo in the frame, and if it needs to be adjusted at all, if you feel like it's just not, the colors just aren't right for your feed, then please watch my video. The link is going to be below. Watch the video that I have on how to edit your photos in Lightroom based on your brand style. It is so simple. Once you do it a couple times, you're going to be like, oh my goodness, why have I not been doing this forever? So edit your photos, make sure that they fit your feed, and then pop them back into Canva. And here is where you want to add that logo. So again, logo, pop it somewhere where it works. And again, you don't have a logo, that's fine. Put your handle, put your website. It doesn't matter as long as people can associate this with this. And that is the key. That is where the magic is. That is where the brain starts to connect the dots between your branding and the feeling that you're giving with these photos. So if you don't have any of these brand photos yet, call up a friend. Ask them if you can spend an afternoon with them where they can be your client in these photos, and you can take them in various settings that are completely natural to the way that you do business. And that is it. So we have, just to recap, we have the logo only slide, super simple. And these are great for those days that you have absolutely no idea what to post as well. Then we have the cover slide. So you're going to take one of your listing photos that don't quite fit into your feed. You're going to pop your brand color on top of that, and you're going to adjust the transparency so that it blends in seamlessly. And then you're going to add a whole bunch of photos after that cover slide. Then we have your brandisms or your quotes or your testimonials. You're going to pop your logo on there, and it's going to really showcase your personality. And of course, your brand photos, start taking them with your phone and see the magic unfold when people start to connect with you based on what you do in your business. And that is it. I hope that this was helpful. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe. And if you want tips like this constantly, then join the Design Den, which is our free Facebook group where I'm popping in every single day to make sure that you have everything you need to build your brand, marketing, and DIY design as best you can. So the link to that is below this video as well, and happy designing.